How am I missing? This is the WoW Direct. Here it is. Oh. Let's do this drops thing too. It's like 2 more minutes or something. 2 more minutes. I'm gonna get the retail mount. Let's go. I hope it's got some interesting stuff. This is like the BlizzCon, right? Because BlizzCon doesn't exist anymore, right?
Working on Hearthstone and just in the Warcraft franchise and at Blizzard in general is something I've always dreamed about.
To work on this game that I've played and been a fan of for most of my adult life, it's a dream come true. I think to work on World of Warcraft was something I could have never imagined.
My job entails as a senior test analyst, being on the team, working on Warcraft Rumble. It's an incredible experience, and again, since I love the game anyways, I have the passion for it, right? So I love to just be a part of that whole experience.
I work in localization. I play on the Taiwanese realm, so I see firsthand players all over the world able to enjoy the game in the language that they are used to. It is a great feeling to see that.
Unfortunate, because it's fun. Man, I haven't played Hearthstone in years.
Way back in the day, I was 12 years old, and somehow I ended up in a guild with a bunch of guys that were in their late 20s. They really enjoyed outdoor PvP, and even though I was a lower level, I would still join them from time to time, let them use me as bait for alliance players. My favorite memory is actually when I dove my guild master on his ult. I managed to beat him, and then for the first time ever, I unmuted my mic, and with the most high-pitched, squeaky, prepubescent voice, I told him, "How does it feel getting beaten by a 12-year-old?"
We had what we called computer time. So like our parents would ration how much time we would have for
7 seconds
using a computer, where we'd have like 2 hours on, I would have like 2 hours on a Monday, Ryan would have 2
mom
hours
never
on Tuesday
rationed how much I
or
played WoW.
something.
She was
So
like, go for it,
yeah,
dude.
we would have to trade off in that sense. Some days we might
She
trade
traded a monster.
hours, or yeah, we used to sometimes
be
save
getting
some of
those
our allowance
stupid
money to
mounts,
buy
man.
hours
What
from
are you
each
doing
other
to
to have
retail?
more computer time.
My first game was Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos in the Warcraft universe.
Works in finance.
And then from there, I expanded beyond to the Frozen Throne.
Looked at their
I have a lot of memories
offerings
playing a lot of custom games.
years ago, as
you know,
far
a
as
lot of
supply
those tower
chain.
defense
They
games
had
that are
openings in
super
supply
fun.
chain. Maybe I should have applied, maybe.
One of the main healers in our raid group.
Are you where?
And I was home for the summer from college, and my parents had just gotten a puppy. And I was like, oh, my puppy's been really quiet. That's unusual. And I kind of lean over past my laptop, and she had gotten into one of my artist pens, and she just had ink everywhere.
Wow, that's
and
so
me
funny.
naturally being like, you know,
It's completely
worried 'cause I
unrelated
thought
to
one
World of
the,
Warcraft
ink pens
2.
was toxic. I was like, oh my god, my puppy's gonna die. Did not explain further than that. Threw the laptop.
Are we talking about dead puppies?
And wiped our entire raid. And that's one of my favorite stories of how my puppy killed 25 people in World of Warcraft.
Wow, what a
I
bitch.
loved PvP, and I think I went on a 10-win streak once. I'm not that good, but I love it. And I think I went on a 10-win streak once in the arena, and I didn't even think about it. It just happened.
Just didn't even think about it?
It's pretty awesome.
You're really bad at the game is what I'm understanding. Dude, I wonder how many of the WoW devs actually clear
really
Mythic.
Excited, first time getting to see
I'm
all
guessing
these
not many.
big announcements for all these different games live.
Alright, give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
I've been mired in Azeroth since the RTS days, and I haven't left since. I've been playing World of Warcraft for about 15 years now, which is pretty wild to think about.
I have been playing the same character, human
look at that
Frostmage,
t-shirt.
for all 15 years.
Yeah, I've been playing World of Warcraft for
Please give
20
me
years.
woke
Actually
content.
started,
I need some
like,
Dragon
early alpha and beta.
Veil
been playing
Guard
World of
woke
Warcraft.
content, man.
I guess 21 years. I started playing when I was 5 years old. A lot of our systems and our
I'm the
our
only one
code
on my guild
is,
on. What the
you know,
fuck?
20 plus years old. I've found files that were written before I was born.
3,000 gold.
I lived in San Diego at the time, and I heard that there was a midnight signing, and I got signatures from everybody who was there who worked on the game previously. And it's so good connecting with people who actually signed it for me. And, you know, we get to share in like this experience of, oh, you know, like I was such a passionate fan, and, you know, you signed this, and now I get to work with you as a professional.
Can we get started? 50 seconds. I hope it's not just shit like this. Like, I want an announcement. I don't want to hear
deep with your guildmates and like raid
just about old shit.
hard as you can. There's a little something for everyone, and there's space for everyone to have a really satisfying experience, no matter your playstyle.
The future of Hearthstone's looking very bright. There's always cool new cards coming out. We've got
you can play as
plenty
Patchwork?
of ways
What was
for
that?
new and returning players to get into
I
the game.
can't get back into Hearthstone, and it's such a money
magic will
pit
continue
too.
for the next 30, 40, 50 years, and I'm
50
excited
years.
for what's to come.
I'll be dead, and WoW's gonna be having the next expansion. Is this even live? I don't know why it would be. They're gonna announce Warcraft 2 for sure. Reforged or whatever. I've never played Warcraft 2.
Has always been my peace and my outlet.
I have such a deep love for everything inside Azeroth.
I thought, I'm gonna move on eventually, as if it was just any other game. And it wasn't.
30 years.
I was a very introverted person. I was lonely.
Dude, is it just gonna be a bunch of people gloating about their experience?
I even ended up in a guild, and in the guild, I even made some friends.
And we always come together to enjoy the moments that we create in the game, whether they're fun, competitive, or silly.
Why did they show Rumble over competitive?
You sent me a whispering game going,
oh god. Dude, is this all this is gonna be some dick sucking of streamers?
I guess we better
come
go
on.
to hospital. And you said, nah, let's kill this dragon.
And we did.
I hope not. It's just the opening, right?
Woo! Hearthstone changed my life.
I cannot picture my life without WoW.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Warcraft, for giving everything that you gave us so far.
Yeah,
Here's to like
Sylvanas.
100 years more.
When I say World of Warcraft saved my life,
Oh my god, dude. Can we move on with this shit? Hearthstone 10. Rumble 1. Let's go. 1 year anniversary of Rumble. It's funny, nobody's chatting. They're just like drops.
Hi everyone.
That's the classic
Welcome
lady.
to the Warcraft
Isn't
30th
she?
Anniversary Direct. I'm Holly Longdale, the executive producer for World of
Direct
Warcraft.
is supposed to mean live.
Alongside Hearthstone, Warcraft Rumble, and the Warcraft real-time strategy games, we are all honored to be here to celebrate some big milestones with you and talk about
20
the
years
future.
of WoW, dude. That is a
Many of
milestone,
us
huh?
began our Warcraft adventures as players before we became developers at Blizzard. No matter which game we work on, we all share a deep love for the Warcraft universe. Today, each of the Warcraft development teams will be sharing what's coming up. Some of it next year, some just a few weeks from now, and some will even be available today. So whether you've been traversing the plains of Azeroth with a view from above, or chilling in the Hearthstone Tavern, sorting out your minis for your Rumble machine, or pursuing Xalatath in Kazalgar, thank you so
Xalatath.
much for taking the
What
time
a
to join
lame
us.
ass.
Now, What better place to
It's
begin
it's
than
from
with
Eternal
the games
Darkness
that
too.
started it all?
Classic.
Here's Brad
No,
Chan
Warcraft
from the
2.
Warcraft RTS team.
Yeah, or 1, whatever.
It's kind of funny how
I think it's 45 minutes long.
I actually never thought about ever being a developer. When I was younger, I just wanted to play video games. Back in 2007, I was at a regional qualifier playing a game called Warcraft 3. After I qualified for the tournament, someone came up to me, gave me his card, and was like, hey, we're looking for experienced RTS players to join our design team. Naturally, I said I wasn't interested. I was gonna go to the Nationals, win that, go to the Worlds, win that, easy. Well, it was a good thing I kept that guy's card, because 16 years later, here I
doesn't
am,
even know that
working on a
guy's
game
name.
that remains so important to me and so many players around the world. Throughout my career, I've stuck to a few guiding
The
principles.
background looks awesome,
When
dude.
something is broken, you fix
Get
it.
all these cool
When
screens.
something is wrong, you make it right. And if things aren't good enough, you make them better. So without further ado, I'm here to announce patch 2.0 for Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Ah,
Available now,
That's
this patch
interesting.
overhauls the environments and lighting and revamps the user interface. In addition, we are up-resing all classic Warcraft 3 assets to HD. You can now customize the type of assets you want to play with and even mix and match if you
cool.
like.
This is what
We
it
have
should have
also
been from
included
the
a bunch of quality of life
beginning.
changes,
I have
such as
this. I never
in-game
played
hotkey
it.
customization,
I've played
a
original
revamped
Warcraft
leather,
3. I haven't
and
played
much
the
more.
new one.
We hope you enjoy this update, which will be available to everyone who owns Reforged.
Nice.
Now, I'm not just here to talk about Warcraft 3. We're also here celebrating 30 years of Warcraft. So not only will Reforged be receiving an update today, but we are also releasing
Microsoft!
fully remastered versions of Warcraft 2 and 1. So you can experience the story from the very beginning.
Nice.
These remasters
Metzen,
have brand new
1995.
hand-drawn visuals that capture the original art style from each game. And you'll be able to swap between the original graphics and the remastered versions in real time.
Oh wow, they made it still look old school. So that's
For
cool.
Warcraft 1, we added modern controls such as right-click move, bandbox select, and a faster game speed. Both games have
cool.
also received various UI and UX improvements such as tooltips and health bars, mission select screen, and an
The
increased
Dead
mission
Mines, let's go. Dude, I
Warcraft
gotta
2
play
will
these.
Still have multiplayer functionality, and
I'm
all
very
legacy
bad at
custom
RTS
maps will still
before.
be
I just
fully
don't know them that
compatible
well.
and playable. We are also bringing back the Warcraft Battle Chest, which will include Warcraft
Wow.
1, 2, and 3. So here's to 30 years of Warcraft, and I can't think of a better way than reliving the story from the very beginning.
Oh, cool.
Did I mention this is all available right now?
The tides of darkness have come again.
Oh boy.
What are you doing, my son? Succeeding you.
Man, the story hasn't been good for so long.
It was I who was betrayed. You must lead your people to their destiny.
Beyond the dark portal. That's cool. Now there's the actual trailer.
Aye, Captain. Work completed. By your command.
That's interesting.
Now, we are one.
Got KT. It looks way better. I love the older models. You know they're gonna announce the fucking Fresh, dude. Wow, Fresh. I don't know if I can do it again, man. Battle chest. I already have Warcraft 3 though. Hearthstone? Who cares about Hearthstone? I don't.
It's pretty amazing to think that Hearthstone turns 10 this year. It's been such an incredible decade. Together, we've made the tavern a place for sharing joy, excitement, and some very tall tales indeed. We've made friends with Murlocs, battled old gods, and now we're traveling through space. But for me, the most incredible thing of all is that I get to work on my favorite game with such an amazing team. Ever since Hearthstone came out, we've been with you on that road to legend. I remember on my first climb to legend, I had played something like 500 games in 1 month. And as the clock ticked to midnight, I was 2 wins away and didn't make it. But I played another 500 games the following month and made it. Shout out to Darkshire Councilman. But those 1,000 games pale in comparison to the more than 160 billion games that we've all played over the last decade. And that's not counting Battlegrounds.
That's not even what Nvidia's worth,
it's been 5 years since the mode launched at BlizzCon. That's 5 years of building Death Rattle Beast comps, magnetizing mechs, completing quests, and collecting trinkets. It's been awesome.
Does Kriparian still stream
Hearthstone?
Hearthstone?
Was pitched as the biggest tavern brawl ever into what it is today. We are so thankful to our community for being with us over this incredible decade, and we're looking forward to the next 10 years in the tavern together. The future is packed with even more places to explore and adventures to share.
Follow the instructions. There's no
more
instructions.
More mini sets and more surprises. Now, let's take a look at what's just around the corner.
One of the amazing things of working at Blizzard is getting to watch other teams pushing the boundaries on their own games. I think we're all genuinely fans of what our coworkers are up to, and it's really special when we find moments to collaborate. What's up, everybody? I hope you're enjoying your adventures among the stars in the Great Dark Beyond.
There is no
We loved
instructions.
working
It's
on
so
this
stupid.
expansion and wanted to take our next mini set further into the cosmos than ever before. Prepare to travel
It is
beyond
already
Azeroth, beyond Warcraft, and into Heroes of StarCraft.
Oh my god.
I'm super excited for this mini set. It's the first time we've ever explored another universe this deeply.
If I was a Hearthstone
ton
fan,
of
I'd be
people on
like,
the
no.
team, so much love for StarCraft. So being able to bring it into the Hearthstone Tavern
StarCraft needs a new main game, dude. Like,
some might say it's about time.
no, it's been too long. Nobody cares anymore about StarCraft.
Obviously, we knew we had to go big. The Zerg, Terran, and Protoss factions
Oh,
are represented
God.
on cards via a faction banner. Not only do the cards in each faction work well with one another, they're also usable across multiple classes. Each
I
of the
don't
factions
love this, and
also
I
has
don't
a
even
hero
play
arc
Hearthstone.
featuring one of the most iconic faces.
They're
from
clearly running out of ideas
the
with
Zerg
WoW.
are led by the Queen of Blades herself, Sarah Kerrigan. She gives Death Knights, Hunters, Warlocks, and Demon Hunters access to an aggro playstyle with near endless swarms of Zerg cards. After all, what would a StarCraft mini set even be without its own version of a Zerg rush? For the Protoss, we have the legendary Artanis, seeking to unify his people. He grants his powers to druids, mages, priests, and rogues.
Not
He
paladins.
focuses on powerful, high mana cost units and uses the psionic powers of the Protoss to make those cards cheaper. And finally, who else could we have to lead the Terran besides the iconic Jim Raynor? Thanks to him, warriors, paladins, and shamans will get a hold of the new starship keyword from the main set. But these aren't your average starships. They're battle cruisers.
I don't think this is a good idea. Like, what made Hearthstone so special was like the cozy tavern feeling, not the Space Marines, but whatever. I don't play it anyway. It seems...
There's even one character from Warcraft.
It's like if they ever start
snuck their
bringing
way
like
into the set.
StarCraft characters
Terran
into
armored
WoW, like in retail, like
On
come
top
on.
of everything else, Heroes of StarCraft has more cards than any mini set we've done before. There's so much to explore here. So many strategies,
And you get to
so many
spend all the
interactions,
money to
and so
hopefully
much
get the cards you
StarCraft
need.
nostalgia. And we might have some special music as well, just for the occasion. Heroes of StarCraft is coming in January 2025.
Can we get to the World of
But
Warcraft
there's
stuff?
even more coming up for Hearthstone. We're making some big changes to Arena.
Arena.
As Leo mentioned, Arena is getting a major glow up. But first, let's talk about what makes Arena special.
The
Arena
way
is
she
Hearthstone's
says things
premium
is so
draft
fake,
mode, where you
bro,
build
like-
your own deck from scratch at the start of every run. It's all about you flexing your deck building skills and card knowledge to defeat your
And
opponents.
luck.
And believe it or not, Arena has stayed mostly the same for 10 years. So we thought it was finally time for a little bit of an update. From now on, there will be two kinds of Arena to choose from.
Oh boy.
Normal Arena has a shorter format, that lets you complete your runs more quickly, but still gives you that awesome competitive arena experience.
Endless
After you've
arena.
established yourself in the normal arena, you'll be able to descend into the dark, dank cellar of the tavern, where challengers are engaging in high-stakes card play in our underground arena. Underground has a distinctive basement aesthetic, longer runs, and a new feature we call Redraft on Loss. This means that when you lose, you'll have the option to redraft cards and edit your deck, refining it to up your chances of winning as you take on more hardened challengers. We heard you also want a way to show off that you're an arena champion.
Dude, I'm so glad I don't play Hearthstone.
Arena ratings will be available
Like being
for both the normal and
competing
underground
against people
modes.
constantly would
Ranking for the
it's
two
just
are
so
separate, with the
it's
usual
just
skill-based matchmaking in
tiresome
normal
to me.
arena. But in underground arena, you'll be throwing caution to the wind and facing off against opponents of all skill levels. Whether you're an arena veteran or maybe you just haven't clicked that arena button in a while, we hope these changes offer you another exciting way you can enjoy your time
I
in
have
the
to say
tavern
mount
with us.
now?
And I'm happy to tell you all of this will be coming in the first half of next year.
I see people
Now,
type mount, so
here's
I'm doing
Tyler
it
to
because
share
the instructions
even more
are
of what's
not
in
there.
store
So
for Hearthstone.
Hey everyone. As you can see, we've got a lot of really exciting things planned for the next few updates. But what kind of game director would I be if I didn't spill even more beans about what's coming next? It's going to be the Year of the Raptor, and you'll be going
Year
on
of the
some
Raptor.
awesome adventures in some of your favorite Azeroth locations. Next year, we kick things off with one of our
I have
most
no idea if I'm
requested
getting the
settings
mounts or not.
as we journey into
No
the
fucking
Emerald
clue.
Dream. Here, you'll find yourself in the middle of a legendary face-off between the Druids of the Emerald Dream and the forces of the Old Gods. They'll be fighting a high-stakes battle
Old
over the
Gods.
fate of the World Tree in our first expansion of the year. And things are going to heat up even more when the Druids of the Flame light up the mini-set. Our second expansion is also Hearthstone's first ever sequel, as we go back to Ungoro Crater. Join Elise on the hunt for a mythical
What the
lost
fuck is
Tortollan
this?
city. Spoiler alert,
Lame
keep an
ass
eye on that
Elise.
volcano. After uncovering the secrets of the lost city,
There's
take
no
part in a
volcano in
grand
Ungoro Crater.
celebration
There's a
in
tiny
the
one in the middle.
33.4 mini-set. The party-loving Tortollans are hosting a festival in honor of the mighty dinosaurs of the crater, and we'd hate for you to miss out on all that fun. Closing out the year is our third expansion, where you'll travel with Chromie through alternate realities to recruit legendary Warcraft heroes like you've never seen them before. This all leads to an epic showdown against Murozond at the end of time, and you won't believe what happens next.
I won't believe
You've seen
it.
just how much we've got in store for you over the next year. Heroes of StarCraft, revamped arena, and 3 awesome expansions. We're incredibly excited, and we hope you're incredibly excited. Thank you so much for being part of this incredible journey.
Don't care.
10 years in,
Where is
and our
World of
adventures in
Warcraft?
the tavern together are only just beginning.
People are saying pets. I don't think it does anything, but I'm doing it anyway. Rumble, dude. Can
Blizzard
they?
has this awesome
They need to
tradition
make
of
Rumble
sharing the journey that each
like
team took to bring their games to life.
faster, like faster to level at the once you get to 20 plus. It's so slow.
I think this museum is a beautiful way to relive the memories of development and share that passion.
Dude, why
with the
aren't these for sale? Like amiibos.
What's up, everyone? It's been about a year since I stood on the main stage of BlizzCon and we launched Warcraft Rumble together with all of
Warcraft
you.
Rumble is a great mobile
What a
game.
year
It's a
it's
great mobile game, but
All of us on the team have had so much fun watching you dig into our game and
There's
explore
some
the
things
hero
I don't
collection,
love.
the army building, the nail-biting finishes. You've beaten over 900 million bosses. And on the matter of Alliance versus Horde, you picked Team Jaina almost 10% more.
wow,
And maybe,
really? She
most
must be
importantly,
OP in
you
PvP.
summoned over 1 billion angry chickens. That's 2 billion chicken wings.
Cut.
In just a
Going back
second,
one.
we're
Jeremy, we're trying to shoot Rumble here.
Oh, Rumble? Oh, I know a little bit about that. Scoot the camera. Cool. Awesome. When we started working on Warcraft Rumble, we wanted to make something that harkened back to our strategy roots. Like the first time
Are they
I
gonna
booted
announce the
up
amiibos?
Warcraft
Because
2
I
on my
would
dad's
buy
Power
some of
Mac
these.
7100 66 AV. I'm stoked to play those new remasters. But we also wanted to do something in our universe that we'd never done before. So we started imagining that maybe somewhere in the Hearthstone Tavern, there was a mysterious arcade machine that printed miniature versions of the heroes and
Oh,
villains
boy.
of Azeroth and zapped them to life for you to collect and command. In those kind of early days when we were establishing the art style of Warcraft Rumble, we wanted a sense of tactility. We wanted to be able to pick up and touch the art that we were creating inside of the computer. So some of us went and printed minis and painted them up like
It's
this.
definitely what they're
kind of
gonna
really where all
announce.
this came from. All of these minis were painted by our team. And, well, if I'm a little bit biased, but this little guy's my favorite.
What does that say underneath?
Oh, under here? Oh, it says Jeremy. But we've done more than paint minis since our game launched. We've added new dungeons and at least one new mini every single season. We've got the Dark Moon Fair, new zones, and a whole new family feud
Raids
experience
are
in the game.
impossible without
We added our first raid,
level
Molten
30s.
Core, and laid siege to Stormwind. In our latest season, we even bust down the doors of Ironforge. And we ain't stopping there, are we, Vic?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up. Starting right now, if you hop into Rumble, we're running our first anniversary event with some truly excellent loot.
We're celebrating 1 year of Warcraft Rumble, so if you jump in after the stream, you'll be able to snag some super cool rewards, like the very valuable looking gold kobold, which we affectionately call
Yeah, but
the kobold.
I've been on
Okay, have you
Rumble.
scanned this thing yet? Great.
You
We've
gotta
also been
like
working on something
freaking
really exciting for
grind
later in
for
the
it.
season.
You just
There
get
are
it.
some characters in Warcraft that don't fit so cleanly into just one of our families. So we're adding split leaders. These
Interesting.
leaders belong to 2 families at the same time, which really expands the possibilities of how you build out your armies. And we're not just adding 1 split leader, we're starting with 3. Up first, fighting for the Alliance and Cenarian families, is Malfurion Stormrage.
Interesting.
And representing the Horde and Blackrock families, we got Chieftain and former War Chief Orgrim Doomhammer.
That's cool.
And finally, leading
Ooh.
Undead and Beasts is Anu Barak.
Oh, they need a good
For
beast.
any of
All the
these 3
beasts
new
are
leaders
lame.
join
Anu
the
Barak
fight,
might be cool.
We're going to be reworking one that we released this time last year. Sylvanas Windrunner
She's so
is
lame.
finally taking her rightful place among both the Horde and Undead. We've got an awesome season ahead of us and can't wait for you
Alright.
to check it out. We'll be right there with you. To our amazing fans, thank
That's
you for an
it?
incredible first year of Warcraft
So there's
Rumble
split
and for your
leaders that you
unwavering
can
support.
both ways.
Your passion fuels
Where's
our
Anu Barak
creativity
though?
and truly drives
I
us
guess
forward.
he's available sometime.
But there was
They
one
didn't say.
more thing we wanted to talk about. Jeremy? Right? There was one more thing we wanted to talk about, right?
Nope. That's all I had. See you later.
So funny. They're gonna make a desktop version, which should have been done from the beginning. That's. I mean, this should have happened a long time ago. There we go, finally. What we really want to see. You guys don't have phones? Yeah. Ugh.
We are
They're
excited
so
that
announcing
you're here to celebrate
Panda
20
Classic.
years of World of Warcraft with us. When the game first came out in 2004, I remember Facebook had just launched. I'd been in the game industry for a handful of years when I picked up WoW, and
Facebook?
I was in awe. Even when I was running about and exploring on my Night Elf Hunter, I made friends who would group with me and tackle just about anything, including helping me save 40 gold for my first mount. I loved it. I still do, just like many of you. And as most of you know, the game saw absolutely explosive growth in the early years and brought multiplayer gaming to the mainstream. That in turn created countless friendships, camaraderie, and escape for people every day. It still does 20 years later.
He dead. He dead. They're all dead. He dead.
We dug into our
She should be
history
dead.
and discovered that across 2 decades, together, we've accumulated 1 billion days of time played in Azeroth.
All those lives wasted. It's a lot of wasted time in a billion days. Can you imagine
So
if
many
we
of
had
you
done
have
something
joined
else
us
with it?
over the years. Some of you have met partners in the world and gotten married. Some of you have even named your kids and pets after characters and locations in the game. Veterans from all over the world. Those who are hearing or visually impaired or have physical challenges. We've welcomed seniors, even whole families
Oh my
playing
God,
together
I
with
don't
their
give a
kids,
shit.
and so many more who call our world home. No matter who you are, when you
Sarth.
come to Azeroth, you can live how you want and be who you want to be. It's a gift for so many, and certainly to us. We feel it every day.
What's next? Oh god, they're gonna. I saw this.
One of those
That was
special stories is live now on Netflix.
that was
In a
sad.
documentary called
sad.
The Remarkable Life of Evelyn. Maud Steen, who played a character named Evelyn, lived a life in Azeroth that he couldn't in the real world. He suffered from Duchenne muscular dystrophy for most of his life and fought it courageously alongside his incredible family, who I'm proud to have met and fallen in love with. Because of Mott's and his role-play guild called Starlight, his family discovered the power of online game communities and advocate for gaming around the world as a source of joy and companionship. Sadly, Mott's was taken from this world and Azeroth far too soon. Because of Mott's and stories like his, we were inspired to create a charity pet program for Classic and our modern game to support Cure Duchenne, a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving and extending the lives of those affected by Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We want to thank you in advance for giving to this cause that offers support to people just like Mott's. This little cutie is Revan, and he's available until January 6th. He was inspired by the detective agency Mott's created for his busy role-play life in Azeroth.
All right.
Right now,
Westfall
we have
music.
our 20th anniversary celebration running in-game. We've got modernized Tier 2 armor sets, classic time walking, new world bosses, trading post items, rewards, and more with all that nostalgic flavor. In the War Within expansion that we released a few months ago, we've taken the leap into the first chapter of the World Soul Saga. More coming on that. And of course, Classic is always cooking. But this moment is about you. You're the thundering heart of World of Warcraft and always have been. Stay tuned as we share what we are serving up for you. And thanks for making
Stay
Azeroth
tuned.
a place you call
Like
home.
now, right? Oh shit. Ugh. That's phase 6 and 7.
Hey everyone! Clay and I are so excited to be here today during this anniversary celebration to talk about what's coming up for WoW Classic.
I can't believe that after 20 years, my orc
We're
warrior
just
is
giving you
still
AQ, no
finding
changes.
New adventures in Azeroth. Shout out to all my buds on Tacondrius.
Feels like just yesterday I was on my Night Elf Druid, ganking some buddies on the Teneris realm at the Crossroads. Sorry about that.
Being on the classic team and getting to help contribute to this incomparable legacy, which has breathed new
That's
life
not a
into
classic
the original
character
classic
right there.
experiences, I'm not sure anything compares to it. I love how vocal and passionate our player base is, not only about what parts of WoW's history they want to see come back, but also their passion for things we try and have experimented with.
Speaking of us taking some pretty big swings, in Season of Discovery, we've loved watching you use your new class abilities, take on our all-new level-up raids, find secrets, and team up to defeat Ragnaros and Nefarian. We're looking forward to the AQ war effort unlocking very, very soon here, which will lead right into the launch of the Encourage raid. This will bring new changes and surprises that we can't wait to bring to you. Fun new
Like
mechanics,
what?
difficulty changes, new rewards. You know
Oh
us
my
well
God.
enough by now to know exactly how we'll mix it up as you wager your
There's just
sanity
more
for
colors.
ancient Kiraji
Who
riches.
gives a shit?
Beyond that, for Season of Discovery, we have one more phase to come. We previously announced we will progress through all the phases of the original Classic era. So get ready not only for Naxxramas, but new instance content featuring the Scarlet Crusade, as well as adventures in Deadwind Pass.
There we go.
Now,
So we're gonna get
to
something about
Cataclysm Classic,
Scarlet
where we
Crusade.
recently
Dude,
launched the
there's no
legendary
details
Firelands.
whatsoever. It's just
You've
so
undertaken
lame.
difficult challenges.
So something about
besting Ragnaros
Scarlet Crusade and
and his
Crypts.
and are hopefully a few steps closer to getting your very own Dragon Wrath staff. We're looking forward to bringing you the final phase of Cataclysm Classic when our Hour of Twilight patch and Dragon Soul Raid launch early next year.
This is awful so far.
I know you Classic players out there must be curious where we're going next. But let's be honest, you know where we're going next.
Fucking panda. Oh. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Gross. This is so bad. That's really all they have to tell us? Mop? That's it? You're getting phase 6 and 7 and mop. That's it. That's all they have. That is so bad. There's gotta be other things, like a new fresh show or something. The mop, I mean, a lot of Chinese people might play it, but it's just gonna be a big fail in the West, like. Then we get Shadowlands Classic. Nice. I will never play this. Promised. I promise. Ugh. Disgusting.
The Classic team is proud to announce that Mists of Pandaria Classic is coming, and we can't wait to bring it to you next summer with its legendary class design and incredible raids and dungeons set amongst a gorgeous environment and backed by an unforgettable
This is when WoW really
we'll be traveling back to experience
went downhill,
all that
so I
Pandaria
don't
has to offer together.
I don't give a shit. Next, we get it.
Mists of Pandaria Classic is super exciting for all of us, as well as Season of Discovery, and we love that we'll continue to be on that journey with you. But we know we spent some time on the internet, and we heard some of you out there.
Fresh when?
You want
That's what it's gonna be.
Fresh.
There you go.
Which is why we are so pleased to announce that we are bringing you the Classic experience.
Classic.
All new Fresh Realms with the WoW Classic 20th Anniversary Edition. And it's happening soon.
How soon, Clay?
Actually soon.
Please,
These
no.
realms will be going live
November
next week,
21st?
on November 21st.
Why?
You don't have to rush to level 60. Classic is all about the journey after all.
Oh, this is so
As we've made a change,
stupid.
And our first raid, Molten Core, won't unlock for a few weeks after launch.
This is so
We'll be launching
stupid.
realms of all flavors. PvP,
Like, Season of
PvE,
Discovery is not
and
even done.
for the very first time, Hardcore, which will progress through the phases in lockstep with the other two. This means a fresh start for everyone at the same time.
Oh man, this is gonna divide the player base so much.
On very large realms.
If you missed out on jumping into WoW Classic's initial launch in 2019, this is the perfect time to join our community.
It literally
These
launches in a
servers will
fucking
also
week.
launch with some of the quality of life features that came
It
later
launches
on,
before
like the
AQ.
Chronogoon Displacer to save your world buffs, and the improved PvP honor ranking system. And yes,
This was
we're
real.
also pleased to
This
announce
shit was
that
real.
these realms
What a
will
joke.
progress
This shit
to
was
the Burning
real.
Crusade Classic.
They are literally giving up on SOD completely. Completely
Launching these
giving up on
servers
SOD.
Close to the exact date, World of Warcraft came out 20 years ago, alongside all the work we're doing for Season of Discovery, Cataclysm Classic, and Mists of Pandaria Classic.
I
means
cannot
so much
raid
to us.
in SOD
We
and
love
level
this
in
game,
Classic.
and we
It's
love
not
the
happening.
community that has made Classic Realms their home alongside
God,
their
this is
friends.
so annoying.
From all of us on the Classic team, thank you. This amazing journey is one that's been co-written by you, our incredible community.
Hi, everyone.
Are they
We're in the
literally
middle
giving
of
up on
such
SOD?
an incredible moment for World of Warcraft.
Completely.
The World Soul Saga kicked off in August with the launch of The War Within, and we have been so excited to dive into the expansion alongside all of you. Whether you enjoy raiding, dungeons, delves, PvP, collecting appearances, pets and mounts, role-playing, or exploring the open world,
I'm super
we hope
disappointed
you have
actually.
found a part of
Like, I
Azeroth
don't mind
that brings
fresh.
you
It's
joy.
just
It's
after
humbling to be
Nax, bro.
standing here on the eve of
Not
WoW's
during
20th
AQ.
anniversary. Looking back, 20 years ago, I was fresh out of school, and I had just seen enough of the beta to know that I needed to play this game.
and then immediately stopped to avoid spoiling the experience for myself. I'd booked a couple days off work for launch and was looking forward to really diving into Azeroth. But little did I know that my server would be offline for the first few days due to overwhelming demand. Shout out to Mal'Ganis. But even less could I imagine how this game would in so many ways define the rest of the course of my adult life. So, let's talk about what's coming up for World of Warcraft, starting with what's on the horizon. We have 1107 Siren Isle, which is currently up on our public test realms. This update will go live next month, and it has something for everyone. On the narrative front, this update includes epilogue questlines for Dalaran and the Kirin Tor. No spoilers, but this storyline features the mysterious Haranir, who also played a starring role in our expansion release cinematic. We'll also get into the prologue for where we're going next, but more on that in a minute. 1107 also, of course,
I'm so
brings its
disappointed,
namesake,
dude.
the Siren Isle.
Like, I
A
feel
new
like this
outdoor
is
environment
absolutely
to
gonna
explore,
kill
full of
the
mysteries,
SOD
uncover,
raids
and rewards
population
to help
completely.
catch up your alts and prepare for the next War Within season ahead. Plunderstorm is returning, this time with a plunder store to give you more flexibility in
good.
earning your rewards
You
instead
can-
of that linear
You
renown.
can
trap.
buy shit.
Also making a return will be the latest iteration of our Turbulent Timeways event and a Winter Veil revamp. We can't wait for you all to experience this update next month. As an additional treat, for those of you invested in the story of the War Within, we will be releasing a novella that explains exactly what happened to
Telenovela.
Jaina and Thrall after they left us. This novella
They
is
are
narrated by
absolutely
none other than
giving
Chris
up on
Metzen
SOD.
and available today.
Oh, this is ass.
So, I know many of you have already seen 1107, but you have to be wondering where the War Within
The fuck
gonna
is
take us
1107?
after
I don't
that.
even know, man.
Okay, so following Xalatath's trail is going to lead us to a location that I've been personally excited about since we first settled on the idea of an underground expansion. Undermine, the capital of the Goblins' trade empire. Fittingly,
they
our
have
name
another
for the
place
11.1
now?
patch is Undermined with a D. Now this is a city unlike any city we've seen before in World of Warcraft, standing as a testament to the intelligence and creativity of the Goblins as masters of technology and alchemy. And as our adventures continue, we will learn more about Goblin culture than ever before. What's important to them, what problems they're trying to solve, what they're capable of as a society. Everything that makes them truly unique, beyond the humor and the explosions. Though, just to be clear, there's going to be a whole lot of explosions. You'll arrive in an Undermine that's plunged into conflict between the four major Goblin cartels: Steamweedle, Blackwater, Bilgewater, and of course, the Venture Company.
Of course. So there's this
You'll
model
align yourself
again.
with a group of your choice and run into notorious goblins like Monty Gazlo, Renzik the Shiv, Baron Revelgaz, Marin Noggenfogger, and more. Now,
And
if
more.
you're going to be in cahoots with a goblin cartel, you can't be seen rolling around in anything less than a truly blinged out ride. So
No,
early
I'm good on
you'll
my
earn
Tiger.
a vehicle designed just for Undermine
Are they
to push the
drifting?
boundaries of locomotion within World of Warcraft. Undermine was built for speed, with roads designed for driving, which is just as well,
God.
because this car
Dude, this is like
travels
some
much,
shitty-ass
much
mini
faster
game again.
than your regular ground mounts.
Oh my
You can
God.
also further adjust your car's driving characteristics. Do you prefer grip, or do you want to drift more? Do you want more acceleration, even if it's going to come at the expense of your top speed? That's up to you. You can try it all and rule the streets of Undermine, living your life
This is so
440
lame
yards
to
at
me.
a time.
This is Mario Kart.
We'll also be adding a new dungeon in Undermined, Operation Floodgate, which is a race to stop a group of goblins from blowing a dam that would bring ruin to the Ringing Deeps. This dungeon will also be immediately available as part of our new Season 2 dungeon pool on Heroic, Mythic, and Mythic Plus difficulties, alongside the 4 other launch dungeons and 3 returning legacy dungeons. Now, we'll have many more details in the weeks ahead, but I can tell you that one of those legacy dungeons, naturally, in light of our goblin theme here, is the Motherlode from Battle for Azeroth.
Oh God.
Continuing to build
Seriously?
upon one of our favorite parts of the War Within, this new zone brings with it 2 new delves for you to explore, and we're creating new variations on the existing delves. We're also introducing seasonal
Everybody's
updates
like,
to Bran
no,
Bronzebeard,
and Jeff,
a new
no.
adversary to follow Zekvir, and a new set of goblin-inspired curios for Bran. Of course, a new season also means a new raid zone. We have an 8-boss raid called the Liberation of Undermine coming your way, which takes you through the streets of the city and into the magnificent Galagio. brimming with color and extravagance, that
Oh,
also
that looks
hides
cool.
the dark secrets of its owner, the one and only Gallywix. And for the arena PvPers out there, we're also introducing a new arena map set right amidst the city. Now, some of you may be wondering how Xalatath fits into all of this, and how goblin
it
politics
doesn't.
relate to the fate of our world soul. But rest assured, Undermine plays a vital role
Yeah, SOD
as
to
a
me is gonna
continuation,
die,
a
dude.
next chapter in the many stories that are unfolding in the War Within. We will have a lot more to share on that front in the months ahead.
Fresh, it says fresh classic servers will progress through the Burning Crusade.
And that is just the beginning of what we have planned for the next year. Now, as you can see, 2025 is going to be an incredible
So this is going to be
year for
classic,
both
right?
modern
Classic
and
fresh. So
classic
it's
WoW
going to be the
players.
balance of the old game. Gotta keep that in mind. So, Rolo Warrior. It's going to be
As the
slow
World
leveling
Saga
again.
continues to unfold, we are reflecting on these past 20 years with immense gratitude as we lay the foundations upon which to build the next 20. On behalf of the entire World of Warcraft team, thank you so much for being the heart of the history of Azeroth. Whether you've just joined our community, been with us for the last 2 decades, or somewhere in between, thank you for making Azeroth your home. And speaking of home, the team does have one more thing to share with you.
Speaking of home. Oh, that looks like me. That could be cool. Dude, Thunder Fury's like making a cool sound. I'm gonna have the coolest player housing ever. What is this? World of Warcraft Midnight. What is it? Like, what?
Thank you for joining us today and for being with us.
Well,
for the
if you
past
don't
3
explain what it
decades.
is.
The Warcraft universe is a living, breathing world
I
that's
don't know
been
what the fuck
experienced
it
by
could
over
be.
250 million players around the globe.
It's
That's
player
millions
housing.
of stories of adventure, laughter, and true connection. And as the years have passed and our communities have grown and evolved, the statue behind us reminds us all how important Warcraft is and continues to be. It serves as a reminder of our shared passion for building Azeroth together. And it's you who truly bring Warcraft to life, our players, and the communities you are a part of. Thank you for being the lifeblood of this world that means so much to all of us. 30 years of history is the perfect foundation upon which we will build for the bright future ahead, and we can't wait to walk that
World
road
of Warcraft
alongside you.
Midnight.
And before we go, we want to share something very special.
Oh.
This September, 190 performers took to the stage
Oh my god,
to
who
celebrate
cares?
20 years of World of Warcraft with a series of concerts in Switzerland. Prepare to dive back into the history of World of Warcraft through its incredible soundtrack performed live. And whether this music invokes cherished memories or you're hearing some
People
of
are
these pieces
crying
for
because
the
there's no
first
Classic
time,
Plus.
we hope you enjoy the
Classic
performance.
Plus is SOD and
Here's
clearly
to
it's
the
gonna
next
fail
30
now.
years.
Fuck you. Wow. So they should player housing. I guess you can decorate your house or something. You can have Onyx's head on the wall, and that's cool. And hang your weapons. I mean, I like that. We had that though. We had that with the fucking what the fuck, warlords, and nobody liked it in the end. People would just stay in their bases. Is that just a symphony? Yeah, it is. You can see it's a note. I don't give a shit. Kinda disappointed, dude.
Warcraft 30th anniversary celebration.